Hello again, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Let's get started with today's lesson. So today we're doing 912 day 2. Okay, so hopefully by now you've already done day 1 CNR, and that has made sense to you and you were able to identify all the problems, and hopefully you got them all right. If you didn't, I hope that you are following along and understanding. Also, hopefully you have finished your Chapter 8 summary and have checked that work. If you got something wrong on that, please make sure you're checking with that and you've checked the answers, because that truly is your summary of Chapter 8, and you need to make sure you're on top of that. Okay, so please make sure you look over that in detail and before we move on too far. Okay, your homework today is problem 922 through 920 through 922. You will need some paper and a pencil and a calculator today to practice those problems. We're only going to do one problem together, so let's get to it. Okay, the first thing, just to review the introduction again, today we're going to be working with the quadratic formula, which, by the way, do you have it memorized? Do you? If I told you right now to write it down without looking at anything, could you, on your piece of paper, please actually write it down and see if you can get it correctly? So pause me if you want to, that's fine. Or just write it down right now, okay? You should be about done, okay? However, let's check if you're right. And you know how we're going to check it? Oh, yes, you do. All right. Now, apparently, yesterday some of you got to hear me singing by myself because the audio did not come in very clearly. So thank you for pointing that out, Brogan. We are going to make sure that the audio comes out correctly this time. And here we go. Apologize if it's not too loud. Hopefully you can hear it. You should be singing along. Don't fast forward through this. Just listen to it. Listen to it. One more time. Just embrace it. You know you like it. Okay? All right, there you go. Now again, I know it's a little obnoxious, but the more you sing it, the more you know it, the better it's going to be, okay? So, did you get it right? Did you say it correctly? Hopefully, right there. And hopefully you got it right, okay? So, let's see. Let's actually put it to use now. So, right there we have an equation. This is problem 915, letter A. So, if you actually don't mind, will you pause and try it on your own, and then we'll come back and check your answer. I know. I'm asking you to pause. Do it. Come on. All right, let's see. Now, the very first thing I wanted you to do, did you do it? I bet you half of you didn't. I hope you didn't. Well, I hope you did. You know what I mean. Okay, anyway, the first thing should be identifying A, B, and C. Okay, A in this case is 3, B in this case is 7, C in this case is 2. I know it sounds really stupid, but actually this is the second time I'm recording this problem, or this video, because the first time I messed up with one of my labels and putting the wrong letter on there, and that messed up the whole problem. So please be careful with this, okay? So let's go for it. X equals negative b, so negative 7, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 7 squared, minus 4 times 3 times 2, all over 2 times 3. Got it? Okay. Yes, I don't mind singing it. You can sing it too. You know you should be singing it in your head anyway. So let's go ahead and solve it then. The opposite of 7, so negative 7, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 49, minus 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24, all over 2 times 3, which is 6. Excellent. Keep going. And yes, I do want you to work down. I know that's going to be obnoxious for some of you because you're like, oh, do I really have to do that? Work down, not across. If you want to work down, if you're worried about this side of your paper, then please go ahead and just do this one problem here and the other problem next to it. Okay, working all the way down, but please work down. X equals negative 7 plus or minus, well, that's pretty nice and easy there, isn't it? 25 all over 6. So now I can split it to x equals negative 7 plus the square root of 25, which is 5, all over 6. and x equals negative 7 minus 5 all over 6. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2 over 6 would be negative 2 6. Or 1/3. Sorry for the squeeze there. I'm just running out of room here. And the other one, I guess I could have gone a little farther down. X equals negative 7 minus 5 would be plus negative would equal negative 12 divided by 6 would be negative 2. So my two roots are negative 1/3 and negative 2. Let's verify. So right here behind my wonderful picture is the roots, and negative 1/3 and negative 2, as you see, are the roots. So there we go. We got it right. Okay, let's try another problem. Okay, once again, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to go ahead and pause me, please. Try this problem. This is the one I messed up earlier on, so see if you can do it correctly the first time around. Go. Okay, my hope is that, again, the first thing you did was A equals 2, B equals negative 9, and C, holy cow, equals negative 35. These are going to be some big numbers here, so we've got to be careful. X equals negative b, so negative, the opposite of negative 9, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 9 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 35. All of that needs to be under the radical. All over 2 times a, in this case is 2. Cool? All right, let's go to it. X equals, the opposite of negative 9 would be positive 9 plus or minus the square root of negative 9 squared is 81. And if I remember right, 4 times 2 times negative 35 is negative 280. 280. All over 4. Cool. Man, that's ugly handwriting. I did buy a stylus on Amazon, and hopefully it'll come in soon, and hopefully it'll help me write a little bit better here. So x equals 9 plus or minus, again, 81 minus 280. Oh, this one is negative. So this would be minus negative 280, which would make this plus positive. So that would add those two up, and when you add those two up, you get 361 all over 4, and wouldn't you guess, probably 361 has a nice even square root, doesn't it? So x equals 9 plus or minus square root of 361 is 19. So plus or minus 19 all over 4. So we're going to split it. X equals 9 plus 19 over 4, and x equals 9 minus 19 over 4. 9 plus 19 would be 28 divided by 4, which is 7. So x equals 7. And 9 minus 19 would be 10. Negative 10 divided by 4. X equals negative 2 and 1/2, or 2.5. 2 5/10. Got it? Let's see if we're right. So 7 and negative 2 and 1/2. Good. Cool. Awesome. Did you get it right? I hope you did. Okay. All right, let's try the last problem we're doing today. Okay, so again, please go ahead and do this one. Here's a quadratic formula. Please go ahead and solve it and see what you get. Okay, again, hopefully A equals 1, B equals negative 5, C equals 9. We go to x equals negative b, so the opposite of negative 5. 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared. Negative 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times c, all over 2 times 1. So the opposite of negative 5 is 5 plus or minus square root of negative 5 squared is 25 minus 4 times 1 times 9. 4 times 1 times 9 would be 36 all over 2. Okay, I come down again. 5 x equals 5 plus or minus 25 minus 36 is the square root of negative 11 over 2. Which brings us to a problem, right? What is the problem? The problem is that we cannot square root a negative number right there. And therefore, because of that right there, it's been a while. You gotta, you know, I like doing that. There is no solution. There are no roots in this case because we can't square root a negative number. Okay, cool. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was your practice problems. Oh, by the way, let's verify. Ooh, see? So there is a parabola. It just doesn't touch the x-intercepts. Okay, or there are no x-intercepts. It doesn't touch the x-axis. Those are the problems for today. So your homework is problems 9, 20, 21, and 22. Get those done. Good luck. Hope it goes well. If you've got questions, let me know. Okay. Look forward to you guys having a good long weekend. So you have nothing on tomorrow, Friday, and you also have nothing on Monday. So the next class you're going to have, please listen so you don't ask me this on chat. The next class you're going to have is Tuesday. Okay, so this homework is technically due on Tuesday, but just get it done now. It's 3 problems. Okay, all right. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.